recently I did an interview with a German student here in Taiwan, so I figured the next natural step is actually trying to find a job here in Taiwan, and I think I've found the best expert to help especially foreigners finding a job here in Taiwan. Alan from Scotland.
That's right, yeah, from Edinburgh.
First of all, welcome here.
Thank you. Thanks, Lucas.
And second of all, who are you and why are you in Taiwan?
So, Alan McIver, I was born and bred in Edinburgh. I went to boarding school in Canada when I was at high school, then went back to university at St Andrews. So a friend of mine said he wanted to come and teach English in Asia for a year, and I'd never been to Asia, so I thought that sounded like fun, and so we just booked a ticket and came across.
So what was the plan then before coming here?
Well, we had a job, so we worked for Hess. So we just applied online, got the job, and then when we came over, Hess did 8 days of training and then sent us on a bus to Taichung.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
You know, we didn't speak any Mandarin. We'd never been to Asia before. We were pretty clueless. They helped us find an apartment, which was nice of them.
So how much did you know about Taiwan, like before arriving Taichung then, on the bus?
I mean, we knew that Taipei was the capital and that they spoke Chinese. And we came in August as well, so I remember...
Oh, that's like the worst.
I remember, yeah. So we came and when it was just so humid. I've literally never experienced that in my life. And the second day we went to Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall and it started raining. It started raining in a way that I had never seen before. That kind of like, you know, just filled up the whole place.
Sounds like it was just like a 1 year plan then.
Yeah, I was just having fun. I mean, I didn't really want to teach English either. I was teaching English in a way that, you know, oh, you come and you make some money teaching English and then you have fun because you can explore and travel around Asia and stuff. So
speaking of shocks, you're from Scotland.
That's right.
And I honestly believe this is the first time I actually have a conversation with a Scottish person.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I know like terribly little about Scotland. So you're part of Great Britain.
That's right. Yeah.
Are you British then?
Yes, yes, so, Scottish and British, yeah.
So, okay, so you can be both. Same as you're English and British,
that's
you're
right.
Scottish and British.
That's right, that's right.
Okay,
and actually, I think for a lot of Scottish people, their identity is Scottish, but for me personally, my identity is Scottish and British.
From like a Taiwanese perspective,
yeah.
If they would go and visit both England and Scotland, what would be like the main differences?
For example, in Scotland, we have our own traditional outfits. We call it the kilt. So we have our own tartans.
And bagpipes.
That's right.
And then it's like the dialect of Shrek.
Grab your torch and pitchforks!
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is Scottish accent as well, yeah.
You put that together and then you have
that's right.
Coming here to Taiwan, what was like the main differences, and is there something now that still like sticks with you when you think about like your first time here in Taiwan?
Just so different. I mean, when you say what are the big differences, I mean, is everything a good answer? Because the food, honestly, my family really liked Chinese food growing up, so we would have Chinese food every Friday. So for example, I could use chopsticks and I loved Asian food. The one thing, British Chinese food is so much heavier. It's much sweeter and it fills you up. It's really quite unhealthy. And we also don't have vegetables.
I was just, okay, so I'm very like influenced by like English TV.
Yeah.
Scottish diet. Then it's like no vegetables, and it's like fried Mars bars.
Yeah, deep fried. Everything's deep fried. So deep fried fish, deep fried chips.
So you must love the food in Taiwan then, because I feel everything here is like fried as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
The only time I know that Swedes are traveling to Scotland would be to play golf.
Yeah,
that's like
I'm
a big
huge
thing,
guy.
right?
I love golf. I love golf.
Like, I feel like all the Scottish stereotypes, like just check.
If I went to the University of St Andrews, which is of course the first golf course in the world. That's where golf was invented. Yeah, so my university was right there. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Still play golf every week here. I love it. I would say I'm addicted to golf.
Since you are checking every single Scottish stereotype.
Yeah.
I feel like you should feel very misplaced here in Taiwan.
Do you know I don't? I absolutely love it. Totally fell in love with this place. And so I just continued to stay, basically. Yeah, never considered going home. I did go to Shanghai, though. I left and I lived in 2 years in Shanghai.
But then came back here.
That's right, yeah.
And talking about totally falling in love with the place and never wanting to leave, I also want to take a minute to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Emma. As I hope you all remember, this is the hybrid version of the Emma mattress, or well, technically, this is the hybrid version of the Emma mattress, and this is the 100% washable and removable mattress protector for both the hybrid version and the original Emma mattress. But speaking about this hybrid version, just like Alan is both Scottish and British, this hybrid mattress is both firm and also supports the motion isolation feature, which is amazing if you're two people sharing the bed, whereas the original Emma mattress is 100% made of memory foam, which in my personal opinion is a little bit more suitable if you're sleeping by yourself or maybe sleeping on your side and really want to just sink down in the bed, whereas the hybrid version is a little bit more firm and more sturdy if you're two people in the bed. Maybe you're watching some TV, maybe you're cuddling before sleep. But as always, you of course don't have to take my word for it, since both these mattresses do come with Emma's 100 night sleep guarantee, so you can actually try the mattress for yourself for 100 nights in your own home, and then if you for some reason are not 100% satisfied, you can of course return the mattress back to Emma and get a 100% refund back. And as if that was not enough, they currently have a crazy summer sale on their website where you can get up to 45% discount, and if you do use my coupon code lukasintaiwan, you will get an entire 10% off regardless of what you purchase. But before we head over to their website to order your own Emma mattress, let's get back to the video to get to know Alan a little bit more.
So I taught English for 4 years, and then I decided, okay, maybe if I move to Shanghai, I can try and find another job there. And that's when I started headhunting.
Does that also like check the stereotype that you get hired by companies to find people to hire?
That's right. So you're kind of a middleman agency in between companies and candidates.
Can I ask you like, hey, find me a job?
Yeah, for sure that happens, but the clients only pay. A good way of looking at it is we find people for clients. We don't really find people jobs, although of course we do find people jobs.
You just go on LinkedIn and look for people.
Yeah, so I'm an influencer on LinkedIn, the worst type of influencer. I think I would swap our jobs. But so on LinkedIn, I write a lot of articles and I do a lot of public speaking, and I produce a lot of content, business content on LinkedIn. So I would be adding people and messaging people and interacting with people on LinkedIn all the time.
If, for example, a foreigner then would come here to Taiwan, is there anything else, like any recommendations that you can give them, either like professionally work related, like how it is to work in Taiwan, or just in general, like they should be aware of the climate and they actually have delicious vegetables instead of fried Mars bars?
Yeah, so I have a lot of good advice. I think when you start learning Mandarin early, that really helps because you acclimatize so much easier and your quality of life improves a lot, and the Taiwanese respect you more. You can become friends with Taiwanese people. Your relationships improve. Your ability to be independent increases because you don't freak out when a person calls you or you have to pay a phone bill and you don't know what's going on, or you go to the hospital and you don't know where to go. The other thing that I really want to emphasize for anyone coming to live here is just try and get rid of a lot of the negativity that you have. Like, it's very easy to complain about differences when you live here, but it doesn't make you happy and it doesn't make you likable and it's not funny. The best advice I ever had about Taiwan was to surround yourself with people who like it here, because if you surround yourself with people who don't like it here, you're going to be drawn and sucked into that negative experience. And to be honest with you, I don't really hang out with people who aren't happy here. I don't. Two of the articles that I've written, one of them is called The Job Market for Foreigners in Taiwan, and that kind of goes through the various ins and outs, what type of jobs are available and why, and maybe why is Taiwan slightly harder for expats than it would be for, you know, in Shanghai or Singapore, for example. Most companies here would rather hire senior level Taiwanese to do export sales than they would hire a foreigner.
If you look at the general salary, Taiwanese salary is not really that competitive on the global
it's
scale.
not, yeah.
But is there any other like benefits that you would say that is like kind of stands out from Taiwanese companies? What is like another reason for why a foreigner might even want to come here?
So I think that you have to sacrifice your career in a way to work here. But
you're not really selling it that well.
but the quality of living here is just so good. I mean, there's a reason we're both still here.
Sacrificing your career to gain more life value.
That's right. So for example, somebody like me, I could work in Singapore and Shanghai and make a lot more money, but I don't want to because I love living here. So Taiwan is my home and I love it here, and there's so many great things about living here that I wouldn't take my salary and double it just to double it for the sake of making more money. Like, I think when you're an adult, you realize that career decisions are more holistic. It's not just about how much money and how big your scope is. You have to balance that alongside your life quality.
If we turn it around, if let's say that there are Taiwanese people who are contacting you, they want to find a job, and you happen to find them a high-level position at St. Andrew's Golf Course or some other place in Scotland.
Yeah.
How is it working in Scotland compared to like Taiwan?
So a lot of my public speaking engagements where the audience are Taiwanese, that is the topic. How do you become a Taiwanese worker who can become successful in a foreign market? And actually I was in a book recently, Moja Reader wrote a book, and 2 of the chapters are an interview with me about how 10 things Taiwanese people can do to become more international. So I was talking about things like improving English, but also, you know, if you want to talk about the more nuanced approach, I think learning to stand out, learning to show off, learning to share opinions without feeling uncomfortable. If you go and work abroad and you're working in an environment where people are loud and opinionated and like to debate, as a Taiwanese person, I think you're going to struggle because that is just not the culture here. And so learning to adapt to that culture is going to be difficult, but very important to success. Have an opinion.
Have an opinion. And if you have any questions together with those opinions, you will of course have all the links down in the description below, including the link to your LinkedIn, I guess. Would be most suitable.
So I think following me on LinkedIn and on Crossing Magazine, I write for Crossing Magazine as well, I think would be the best.
Again, you have all the links down in the description. And if you enjoy an interview sit down like this with some other foreigners, please do remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and also like and share this video, since it really helps this channel out, and hopefully I will be able to still double my salary but still staying here in Taiwan. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.